How to scroll to specific sections using anchor links with Wix. Hey everyone and welcome, I hope you're all doing great. In this video I'll show you step by step how to do so. So you can actually go in and create anchor links to your Wix website, and through that you can scroll or have buttons that allow you to scroll to specific sections. This is going to be very helpful for people with, for example, if you're using a one-page website, it's going to be useful because you are going to have a lot of content and you want people to be able to visit specific places real quick without having to search for it much. So aside from that, let's just go ahead and get started. Open up your site editor by going to Home on your main dashboard and click on Site Editor or Edit Sites from the top right corner. I know it says Wix Studio on the top left, but this is for the default Wix, not Wix Studio. So once the editor opens up, you simply just want to go ahead and go to the page where you want to add this to. Now I need to give you a note or heads up, which is going to be you can actually create anchor links that take you to another page from the site. So that is also possible if you want to do that. But let's just go and focus on what to do to get started. First, you want to go ahead and create the actual sections themselves and rename them so you are, aware of the name of these sections. So by default, within this template, I have the section called Coming Soon, which is the first one. Now I will need to add a few more so we can actually do that. So if you don't know how to create a section, you just go to the bottom or the top of a specific section, and you should have the option to click on Add Section, and this is going to create the section for you. Now you can actually see this section is called Untitled, so you just want to rename that. And if you want to do that, you just hover over Section, and then you will find the Rename section right next to it with the T icon here. So click on that and give it a name. I'm just going to name it Section 2, and then just exit out of here. And then you can just feel free to add elements to this. I'm just going to click on Add Elements, add some text, and I'm just going to add heading 1. And I'm just going to do click here. And let's just go ahead and leave this for the time being. I know it's not clear what this does yet, but let's just leave this over here. And add 2 more sections the same way. So section 2, which is going to be image section. Now, obviously, you would want to properly design them. You don't really want to do the same steps that I'm doing here. I'm just going to showcase what type of stuff that you can use in order to create anchor links through. Now, I'm pretty sure most elements are going to support this. I already have it. I shouldn't have that. I shouldn't have done that. Anyways, we have this. And then lastly, I'm just going to add one more here, which is going to be a button. So I'm just going to rename this section Button. There you go. And just go and add elements. I'll go to button. And by the way, the name of the actual sections themselves is not very important. You can name it whatever you actually want it to be. People are not going to see the name of the actual section. By default. But now that we have four different sections here, I'm going to show you how to add anchor links to text, images, and also buttons. And there's also other elements that you can do it too, but I'm just going to show you how to do it with the following. So let's say we want to click on the text here, which says click here, and add the anchor link to that. So what we can do is just double click on the actual text itself and click on link here on the top. Now, once you click on that, it's going to give you the option to obviously link it to other pages and stuff, but we want to click on section or anchor. You should be able to find it as the 4th one here on the left side of things. Now, once we click on that, you want to select the page first because, like I said, you can actually go ahead and link it to another section from another page. But we are just going to stick to the home page for the time being and click on where on this page, and you want to go ahead and select the section that you want to link it to. So as you can see, we have the names of the actual sections, the ones that we actually did rename. This is pretty much why we renamed them, so we can be aware of which ones are what. So I'm just going to link the text one, which is section 2, to the button one. So it's just going to allow us to scroll down and click on done, and you're pretty much good to go. It does create an underline for the text, but you can feel free to remove it. Just highlight it and remove the underline. It's not necessary, but it is optional. So now this should be clickable and it should actually take us down here. So let's just do the same thing for an image. This is a transparent background image. So if you have a full background image, it's pretty much the same thing. Click on it and click on link. It's pretty much the same steps from here. Just click on section or anchor and click on, I'm just going to leave it as the coming soon page. It's just going to take us up. Click on done. And next up for the button is also pretty much the same. You can just click on settings, click on links to section or anchor, and this is going to take us to the image section, for example. Or actually, let's just go in and change this a little bit and change it so it is going to take us to another page completely. So it's going to take us to the contact form, and we are just going to go for the section untitled because we did not rename that section. Click on done and we're pretty much good to go. So we are going to test things out here. I'm just going to save and preview. And now we simply just go in and test it out. If we scroll down a little bit, we should be able to find the text. And if we click on the text, it's going to take us to the bottom. If we click on the image, it's going to take us to the top. And if we click on the last one, which is the button, it should actually take us to another page, which is the contact form, and into that specific section. If it were, has multiple different sections, it's going to take us to the section that we actually choose. So with that being said, hopefully you found this video to be informative and helpful, and thanks for watching.